Hello, welcome to the video. This is my second video race briefs I've done this year. Bit of an unusual thing, but there you go. So welcome to the Big Cow Ranch. This is our head office over Broughton. We've put some signs up. We want to go through it all for you, make it so it's nice and easy on the day. We're doing a duathlon. So if anybody's entered a running race, you know, you're watching them on briefing, I'm really sorry. So yeah, this is a duathlon. It's held at Emton Country Park, and we're looking forward to it very much. Looks like we're just going to get this off before there's any lockdown in our area. So as you know, it's a BTF event, but like all events, all the qualifications have been got rid of. So you know about that, you've been informed about that, so that's all good. We've got 4 events going on for you, 4 different distances. We've got the Cowman, we've got which is the longer half distance type duathlon. We've got the Longhorn, which is the World Cup type distance. We've got the Calfman, which is half the Cowman, and we've got the Stampede, which is half of the Cowman. Right, so nice and easy. All right, so because of social distances, lots of different things are going on. This race briefing is really there because we will not be doing a long briefing at the venue. We may give you some specific things that have changed, like an active, like risk assessment we had to make on the day, but this is your race briefing, so it's in your interest to watch my boring video. So I'm sorry about that. So one of the things that you will have is a large transition area. Paul Hess and his team from the BTF will be there to help you, but it's a larger transition area. You'll be racking in your race type, Cowman, Stampede, etc., and then you'll be numbered within that group of that, which also helps you with your waves that we'll explain for the start in a minute. So yeah, so it's a nice big transition area. Now this is only for this COVID rule. You are allowed to leave your baggage under your bike racking area. Make sure it's tidy, or else Paul will have a go at you. Make sure it's all in your area only, and it's your responsibility. You know, we can't guarantee that somebody's going to take your bag. We can obviously check your bike, check that it's the right bike that gets taken with the person, but we can't obviously make sure they don't take the wrong bag. So that it's your risk and your risk only. The other thing with the COVID thing, obviously, is water and fluid and water and fuel. It's totally your responsibility. You must bring enough. So if you need to get a water bottle cage, extra water bottle cage on your bike, do it. Get out there and do it now. Make sure it's working. Don't leave it till the morning to get there, and then you find it wobbling all over the place. I've had that race happen to me once, so you don't want that, that's for sure. So yeah, so make sure you've got enough water. We will though provide in water only for you to, well, we will refill it for you. You must take the cap off or whatever it is. We will refill, and it will be on the run laps only, and in the venue, not on course. So it's really, really important that you bring enough water and fuel. If you are bringing food in sachets, this is important for any race. You will be disqualified if we see or get any litter thrown out. We really do not want to lose Emton Country Park and the fantastic area around it to litter in. So that's the thing. So right, so the race format is different. It is a proper time trial. So what we're going to do, let's pick the Cowman for instance. We're going to call all the Cowman people up. There is only 31 or 2 of you, I think. So one wave of Cowman will come up into the assembly area, which will be sort of done into a sort of like a Disney queuing system. You'll go into that area, we'll allow you for your 2 meters apart, and then we'll call you and we'll start you one at a time, and we'll capture your start time across the map. That will mean then you clear off, you do your lap, and then you'll come back and then you'll lap over that point. If we're starting you, we will not start you in front of somebody coming around their lap, so it may be that the times will adjust slightly. You need to remember that it's, you know, everybody now is racing at a different time, so it's not like you're all racing together and you're racing Tom, Dick and Harry. It's in your interest to make sure you keep a lap of your, you know, how many laps you've done on the bike, how many laps you've done on the run, because you do not know where you are until you've finished. We have lap counting, but we can't tell you. Okay, so moving on. So we've introduced a slightly different way of doing the bike. A couple of reasons. We don't really want you rushing around with the bikes you know, through this 2 meter thing, so we've taken out the bit from going to leaving transition area. So Once you finish your first run, you're in transition, that's all going to be timed. As soon as you leave with your bike, you can just walk, you can take an easy bike ride. If you do, you must have your helmet done up as soon as you leave transition, as normal rules, but you are not racing as soon as you leave transition area with your bike. You'll make your way over to the assembly area for the bike start, which is out just before the main road on the A508. We will start 509 or 508, I've forgotten the number, 509. Sasha's pointing behind my shot, behind the camera. So yeah, so we'll line you up, you'll keep you 2 meters apart, and we will start you just in front of a car. No, we won't. We won't start you in front of a car, we will start you at a safe option. So you don't need to worry about that. We will start you as soon as you go past the time point, your race time will start again and you'll get a nice pure cycle ride. Let's go through the laps, and the most complicated bit is when you finish the bike. So I'll go through that slowly. Okay, so everybody on main parts of the routes will be following the neon black on yellow. If you're doing a Cowman, you're going to be doing 2 big full laps. You'll only ever follow these signs. When I'll go to the finish bit at the end, right? So you'll only ever follow these signs. If you're doing the Calfman, you'll do 1 big lap, only ever following these signs. If you're doing the Longhorn, you'll follow this sign for 1 big lap. Then when you get to the route split, which is marked so, you will do the 2nd lap following this colour sign. There will be a short circuit of the big lap taking you across to the route merge, where you basically cut a massive section of the other route, and then you will join the main route when you go back onto these. All right, so that point is about a mile into the course on the 2nd lap or the 1st lap, depending if you're doing the Stampede or the Longhorn, and you will get to a little mini roundabout. You'll go straight over for your 2nd lap if you're doing the Longhorn, and if you're doing the Stampede, that's the colour of the signs for the shortcut section. All right, the Stampede will only do 1 lap, and they'll do the 1 lap with the shortcut at that 1 mile roundabout straight across. Okay, let's move on to the finish point. The finish point is on the main road. You do not want to be dithering. You know, we're going to have this sign just before the finish. If you're doing the Cowman, you'll go in on this sign after your 2nd lap through. So your 2nd lap, you'll come in past the timing point, end of your cycling. You can then take it very easily back to the transition area. If you're doing the Longhorn, the 2nd time you see that sign, you'll come in taking it careful. Like I said, this area time is not being timed once you've gone through the finish point. Now, if you're doing the Calfman or the Stampede, you will come in on that the first time you see it. Okay. Once you've gone over the timing point, please just take it nice and easily. Come through the gate, get yourself. You can either walk. It doesn't really matter. Just walk, whatever. Get to the transition area. As soon as you put your foot on that timing point, you're racing again. So then you can go put your bike where you should do, take your helmet off as you should do, or else Paul has to be issuing some penalties, and then you can head off on the run. While we're talking about penalties, out on the bike route, no litter, no dangerous riding, and definitely no drafting. We will have people out there monitoring this, and there will be the 2 minute or 4 minute or hey, disqualification. We won't be using duct tape to hold our signs up. Right, so we're off onto our run now. So the bike's racked where you left it. You've put everything tidily around your area, because if you don't, Paul Hester, our BTF man, will be after you. Okay, so once you've headed off on the run, all our runs will be signed with black and yellow. If you're doing the Cowman, it's 2 laps. If you're doing the this is your 2nd run, by the way. If you're doing the Longhorn, it's 2 laps. Calfman and Stampede, it's just 1 lap. All right. Didn't mention at the beginning, on your first run, it's 4 laps for the Cowman, 2 laps for the Longhorn, 2 laps for the Calfman, and 1 lap for the Stampede. Now, just a few other bits and bobs. I just checked my notes here. Registration is open on between 12 and 3 on Saturday. If you can get there, come down, you can have a look around, see how we should have it all laid out by then, but if not, we can always give you a bit of advice. You can see the time point, come down and have a look, and come down and say hello. And we're doing registration 12 till 3, and that's at the main venue. When you come into the country park, just mention to them that you are doing the race. You may need to show some, so if you've got some evidence that you've entered the race and you've got a race number or something, bring it along with you, and show them at the gate. Run course. We've had a lot of questions about the run course. The run course is a mixture of paths within the country park, nice normal tarmac road. When you leave that though, you will go up a short section of, it's a slight hill and grass. Now if it's wet, just got to be careful, but it's never really muddy. You just got to be careful on about 600 metres of it, and then you'll head onto gravel path, and then you've got a nice descent, and then you rejoin tarmac roads all the way back to the venue. So I'd say 2/3 is tarmac, 1/3 is a mixture of grass and gravel. All right, so you do not really need trail shoes, or else you're going to be so uncomfortable on the road section. So that's the run course. Look, it's COVID days. It's a bit horrible, really, but we have to discourage spectators. The country park is a little bit nervous, like councils are right now, about a lot of spectators. So if you don't need to bring spectators, please just don't let them. Just the results will be online at some point, whether it be live on the day or it will be straight after you've finished. So yep, so that's that. Prizes, we are doing prizes. They will be available to see on the website, and we will be sending them out. There will be no prize presentation, again for obvious reasons. We can't have people hanging around. And yeah, I think that's it. If you've got any questions, just put your arms up. No, can't see anybody, so it must be a very good briefing. We're really looking forward to seeing you on Saturday and then or Sunday. Yeah, have a good lead up to the race. The weather don't look too bad. Let's enjoy it. Cheers now.